Big news for him is he just picked up the announcing job at the Off-Road Speedway in Norfolk, Nebraska on Saturday nights, replacing the now retired Round Mountain Sound Jimmy Scott. And Jimmy, we're going to miss definitely hearing you on the mic, but definitely got a good replacement in Scotty. But proving he's a jack of all trades, he is doing the camera work tonight. Heat race number 1 of your compacts. That's going to see Tanner Beam and Anthony Clark, row 1. Brian Van Osdal, David Kane in row 2. Gilbert Aldape, Chris LaFoy, row 3. And Denny Burgon Jr. from Plattsmouth rounding out the field. And it's going to be David Kane in the 2019 Shelby County Speedway. Track champion down in Harlan, taking the early advantage with Anthony Clark. Brian Van Osdal in 3rd. Oh, look at the move that Burgon just made. He just got himself a twofer, getting by the 55 of LaFoy. And Tanner Beam in the 26. So that's going to put him up into that 5th place spot. So it's Kane, Clark, Van Osdal, Aldape, and Burgon. That is your top 5 right now. David Kanan for a Friday night cruise under the Friday night lights right now, as he has a decent size advantage over the 8A of Anthony Clark. Then it's another gap back to the 15V of Van Osdal. Right now, the only battle on the track is for 6th and 7th. That is between LaFoy and Beam, as LaFoy is trying to get underneath the Beam and get by him. That would be for your 6th place spot. And indeed he's going to. Now Beam going to turn hard left rudder and going to try and get back underneath of the 55. Nothing shaking, bacon. As LaFoy is going to take sole possession of that 5th place spot. Right now, everybody content to drive in tire tracks except for Gilbert Aldape. Aldape caught up to the back bumper of Van Osdal, but unfortunately gained a little bit of a push for his trouble and lost the ground that he had made up. That allows Denny Burgon Jr. to try and catch up to the back bumper of Aldape. Meanwhile, David Kanan getting ready to come out of turn 4 to see the white flag in the air. 1 lap to go. Barring anything wonky going on, ladies and gentlemen, this should be how they're going to finish. Or maybe not, as Aldape gets a little bit of a push. Burgon catches up to the rear bumper. Is he going to be able to set him up and get a pass? As for 4th and 5th right there, through 3 and 4, it's going to be David Kanan, Anthony Clark, and Brian Van Osdal. 1, 2, 3. And it's going to be Gilbert Aldape by a half a fender at the line, taking home 4th, with Denny Burgon Jr. rounding out the top 5. What a finish. So not letting any grass grow into our tires. The call has been made. Green next time by. 5 cars, 6 laps. Your second of 3 heat races in your IMCA Sport Compacts presented by Culver's and Carroll. Oh, looks like Tony Kerger not making the call for this one, so we're in a 5-pack, but we are green regardless. And it is going to be the 35X of Brown taking the early advantage, but here comes Cody Cooper to the outside. Brown and Cooper side by side, a pair of Chevy Cavaliers. Taking it down the backstretch and into 3. Cooper, a little bit bigger head of steam as he runs a little bit higher line. They're going to come out and they're still going to be side by side, but it's going to be Cooper leading lap number 1. Cooper, Brown, now Katie DeVries coming up here and punching her way into 3rd. Nathan Wallstrom currently sitting in that 4th place spot, and Justin Myrie rounding out the top 5. Oh, Katie getting a little bit sideways. That is going to allow Wallstrom to catch back up to her. Catching her's one thing, passing her's another. She is one of the baddest women in a car. As it looks like not going to happen. Katie DeVries going to settle into that 3rd place spot. Meanwhile, up front, Cody Cooper has walked away from the 35X of Connor Brown, who's currently sitting 2nd. Katie DeVries still sitting in that 3rd place spot. Then it is Nathan Wallstrom and Justin Myrie. Now look at this. Katie DeVries starting to catch up to the 35X of Connor Brown. We could have a battle for that second place spot as the green's going to come out with 2 to go. Brown to the inside. DeVries in the mid groove. She's pretty much caught up to the back bumper of Brown, but can she get by? Brown pushes just a little bit. DeVries is there. Can DeVries capitalize? They're coming out of 2 down the backstretch. DeVries right in Brown's tire tracks as they're going to head down into 3. DeVries starting to go just a little bit higher than Brown. White flag is out, 1 lap to go. If Katie's going to finish second, she needs to make a move now, or forever hold her peace. Now she's going to go to the outside of Brown. She's at his corner, at his door. They're side by side, drag race down the backstretch. Brown takes a slight advantage going down into 3. Cody Cooper's going to win, but the battle's going to be for second and third. Brown is going to go to the outside. Connor Brown's going to take second. Third to Katie DeVries. What a battle. What an effort for Katie. Unfortunately comes up just a hair short. Nathan Wallstrom in 4th and Justin Myrie in 5th. They call him the bridesmaid because he whips up on everybody else up there. Unfortunately, when the 21R of Ramsey Meyer shows up, he just cannot get Ramsey Meyer. Ramsey gets his number each and every time. But of course, Ramsey Meyer not running full time. And with the great finishes, all the second places and other consistent finishes last year, Vanderveen was pretty much a shoe-in for the championship. So 6 cars, 6 laps, your final heat race for your Culver Sport Compacts. Once again, it's going to be Pontius and Reed. Row number 1, Malberg, Brown, Malberg, Vanderveen. Oh, green comes out, but is it going to stay out? That's the question. And just as I thought, yellow is out. Yeah, I kind of figured Lane Pugh was not going to let that start go. So, Sport Compact Heat number 3. Initial start, take 2. This one's a better one. We're going to stay green. And it is going to be Trent Reed. He is going to take the advantage from Pontius. Meanwhile, look at Vanderveen trying to go from the outhouse to the penthouse. Started 6th, now working his way up into that 3rd place spot. Oh, and they're 3 wide. Malberg, Vanderveen, and Brown. As Kane Malberg to the inside as he now wants to take that 3rd place spot over. And indeed does. Trent Reed, Pontius, Kane Malberg, Vanderveen. Shannon Malberg now punches his way into the top 5. That is going to move Brown back to that 6th place spot. Now Shannon Malberg all over the back bumper of Vanderveen, trying to find a way by him. Meanwhile, this is all behind the 28 from the city of Mo Valley. That is, of course, Trent Reed. Now Kane the Bandit Malberg gets by Cody Pontius to take over that 2nd place spot. Now can he track down Reed? Kane Malberg, if he would run a full season here, ladies and gentlemen, he would be definitely a threat for the championship. Deciding to only run a part-time schedule, though, he is all over the back bumper of the 28R of Reed. Now he's to the inside. There, side by side, Reed to the outside, Malberg to the inside as they come down the front stretch. 2 to go. As they go down to turn number 1, new leader, Kane Malberg. as Cade Malberg takes over that lead spot. Shannon Malberg gets himself into that third place spot. White flag is going to be out this time by Malberg, Reed, Malberg, Pontius, and Vanderveen, your top 5. Barring anything wonky, just as I say that, Vanderveen with a big run coming out of 2, trying to get by Pontius. That is for 4th. Kane the Bandit Malberg is going to win. Trent Reed 2nd. Shannon Malberg 3rd. And it's going to be Cody Pontius in 4th with Danny Vanderveen rounding out the top 5. That's a couple times now we've seen a late lap run or last lap run that just couldn't quite go. And these cars do not leave anything on the table. Actually, it's going to be a 6-lap affair. 10 cars, 6 laps. And if you have an action bucket, you want it filled, the stock cars are going to do it for you. Going green this time by Tigas and Clucky on the front row. They're going to lead them off. Gas pedals go down. The green flag comes out. We are stock car racing. Adam Clucky's going to sail it through 1 and 2. He's going to take the early advantage to his outside. Give me a second, folks. There's no number on that car. I can't tell you exactly who's in second right now, folks. There's literally no number on that car. That's a no-no. But if I had to guess, just looking at the numbers, I would guess that is Mike Albertson as I don't see another number 3 out there, so we're going to go with Mike Albertson currently sitting in second, Brian Blessing in third, Joel Tigas fourth, and here comes Corey Stapleton checking into the top 5. Stapleton now to the outside of Tigas. That is your first battle. Oh! Went to the high side on Tigas and faked out, went low, and he is going to take over that 4th place spot and set his sights on the 92B of Blessington. For those unaware, that yellow and white number 8 of Corey Stapleton, that is a former Elijah Zevenbergen car. That is a 2017 Sniper Speed. That Zevenbergen in 2018 let the high side to look at this twofer! Corey Stapleton going for a twofer. Not quite able to clear the three of Wahoo, but he gets a push. He loses all the ground that he has made up. Gets a little shot in the shorts from the 82 of Tigas, puts him back into third. That chassis is the same one that the high side tickler Kyle Strickler borrowed from Zevenbergen, and on opening qualifying night at the Super Nationals in 2018, he put that thing in the big show. That car has a winning pedigree, and Corey definitely knows how to drive it. He's still sitting in third. He's still trying to track down and get by the 3 of Albertson. 2 laps to go for Adam Clucky. Give Stapleton that runner-up spot. Now, can he track down and pass the 02 in 2 laps? Corey Stapleton going to the whipping that car like a rented government mule right now as he heads out the back stretch into turn number 3. Blessington, that's a 2019 Sniper Speed. He's trying to get to the inside of the 3 of Albertson. 1 lap to go. Stapleton definitely has cut down the advantage. That Clucky, and he's at the back bumper. Clucky's going to the high side. He's at his corner. Oh, Clucky almost tried to shut the door. Now, Stapleton does the same move he did earlier. He jukes it to the low side, takes the lead, takes the win. Corey Stapleton wins. Adam Clucky second. Mike Albertson third. Flying Brian Bleskin fourth. And the A2 of Joel Tigas rounds out the top 5. Oh, and unfortunately, the 02T of Ritterbusch, a lot of smoke coming out of that car. Looks like the tires are very wet, possibly oil or fluid on them. Oh, my. Ladies and gentlemen, this is why, like I said, I love all forms of racing, but the stock cars definitely have to be my favorite because of action like this. Most of you know what a receiver is, but just in case you don't, it is a one-way radio communication the officials can use to speak to the drivers. Drivers cannot talk back, which is probably a good thing, because they would probably say some stuff on the radio that probably the officials would take offense to. But they've got it bunched up, so this time coming out of turn 4, Chief starter Lane Pugh is going to drop the green, and the second heat of stock cars presented by Smithfield Foods is going to drop the hammer. Pedraza and Stapleton lead them down. Green's out. We're racing. Mike Nichols gives a little shot in the shorts to the 10 of Stapleton, as is going to be Stapleton taking the early advantage. Nichols right there on his back bumper. Pedraza gets a little bit loose. He'll fall back into the clutch to the 66 of Vondrak. Here comes the 10X and Knob. Now Nichols trying to get underneath the Stapleton. We've seen this battle quite a bit here at the Crawford County Speedway over the years. Mike Stapleton on the high side saying, no, not going to happen, champ. I'm going to keep this lead for a while. Pedraza once again gets loose. 3 wide as Knopp goes to the middle. Vondrak to the inside. Pedraza to the outside. Knopp in the middle. Chris Ulrich now coming up on there. Knopp's going to take over third. Stapleton, Nichols, Knopp, Vondrak, and a little contact between Pedraza and Ulrich. A little door slappy. No harm, no foul. Oh, look at Nichols. Big run coming off of 2. He's going to get once again beside the 10. Mike Stapleton doing a little 3-wheel motion. Once again at the line, he's going to lead by half a car length. Getting much better forward bike coming off with a higher groove. Oh, Keith Knopp thought about putting his nose in 3 wide, thought better of it. As Mike Stapleton still leads Mike Nichols. Nichols now under fire from Keith Knopp. And here comes Vondrak. Vondrak now challenging for that 3rd place spot. Halfway home, ladies and gentlemen. Nichols once again trying to set up Stapleton. He's now going to go to the low side. Can't quite get to his quarter panel. Stapleton's going to drive it right up along the cushion. Way high through 1 and 2. New leader Nichols. Stapleton goes a little bit too high. He's going to lose the lead. And now in danger of losing second to Mike Vondrak. Here comes Knopp. Once again, 3 wide. Vondrak, Knopp, Stapleton. Stapleton now wisely backs out of it. Now it's going to be Vondrak to the inside, Knopp for second. Trying to get to the inside of the 63 of Nichols. 2 laps to go. Mike Nichols with the lead, but it is definitely not comfortable as he's got Keith Knopp and Mike Vondrak all over the back bumper of that 63 car. Nichols trying to put the whip to that B&B chassis. White flags out, 1 lap to go. Vondrak to the inside, Knopp to the outside. Oh, Knopp puts a slight bit of fender to the left rear quarter of Nichols, trying to bring his momentum. Nichols keeps on the gas. Knopp's going to drive it in way deep to the low side, to the checkered flag. Keith Knopp wins. Mike Vondrak second by half a car length at the line. Mike Nichols third. Mike Stapleton fourth, and Chris Ulrich rounds out the top 5. Wow. What can you say? Your top 10 look like this. From Spencer, Iowa, starting 10th in the 8K, that is Katie DeVries, with Sioux City's 7G of Gilbert Adape in 9th. Connor Brown from Yankton, South Dakota in the 35X will start 8th, with Shannon Malberg from Dunlap in the 22 in 7th. David Kanan from Harlan in the 4 will start 6th. Nathan Wallstrom from Beatrice, Nebraska in the 32X in 5th. Brian Van Osdal from Shenandoah in the 15V will start 4th, with Trent Reed from Missouri Valley in the 28R in 3rd. Outside front row is going to be from Omaha, Nebraska, the 8A of Anthony Clark, and from Sac City on the pole, the 15 of Cody Pontius. And it looks like Pontius did not make the call, so everybody in the inside row moves up. We're green with the Murder Hornets! And it's going to be Anthony Clark with the advantage, but it may be all for naught as David Kanan is sitting the wrong way on a one-way, heading into turn number 1. Not able to get it refired. Caution is out. We thank all of you for joining us for night number 3 of this. Well, I should say 2.5, as we only got half a night in last week. But this is take 2 of Finish Line Racing Products night here at the Crawford County Speedway. We are trying our second attempt at a full start at our Culver's Sport Compact class. And as the RPMs come up, we're going to try to get with the Murder Hornets. And again, it's going to be Anthony Clark. Second verse, same as the first. They're 4 wide. Eldape, Reed, Brown, and Katie DeVries. Sorry, that's Van Osdal, not Brown in the 15V. Wow, they are all over the place. Anthony Clark with the advantage. Brian Van Osdal second, Trent Reed third, Gilbert Eldape fourth. Now Eldape is going to park it 3 wide between Reed and Van Osdal. Eldape, a little side drafting on Van Osdal. Oh, smoke coming out of the 9 and Tony Kerger from Woodbine. Kerger showing a lot of smoke out front of that car. We'll see how long that car is going to last. But once again, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh! Contact between Cody Cooper and Eldape. We have 7, 8, 9 cars battling from second on back, ladies and gentlemen. Throw a blanket over all of them. Meanwhile, up front, new leader, Kane the Man of Malberg takes over the lead. Cody Cooper now into second. Denny Burgon Jr. up to third. Anthony Clark now falls back to fourth, but in danger of losing fourth to Gilbert Eldape. They are changing positions like trading cards, ladies and gentlemen. Now the top 3 starting to break away just a little bit. Kane Malberg has a little bit of a gap back to second place. Cody Cooper, and here comes Burgon. Denny Burgon Jr. in the third. Wow, more smoke coming out of the 9 of Tony Kerger. You can't think that that car's going to last much longer. As much smoke is coming out of there. When it's smoking, that means whatever fluid in there is still in there. When it quits, just like it did, that means whatever fluid was in there is no longer there. And in fact, Kerger off the pace. He is slowing way down. Now, oh! And we got trouble. Shannon Malberg and the 20. Oh! And Myrie involved. Shannon Malberg in the 22. Sorry, trying to see the other car. That is the 28R of Reed. Those two getting together. Next thing you know, Justin Myrie, nowhere to go, gets collected as he hits the 22 of Shannon Malberg. Kevin Rinke, a longtime sponsor of the Sport Compact class here at the Crawford County Speedway, does a lot of other great stuff for us. Of course, he is the owner of the Culver's franchise store in Carroll. So here we go, 4 laps left. Who is going to park it in Van Wall Victory Lane? We're green, let's find out. Kane the Bandit Malberg going to lead him down into turn number 1. Correction, Denny Burgon Jr. goes flying by. Now Gilbert Eldape, the door is open. He is going to get by for second. Cody Cooper now trying to get by Malberg and trying to get by Eldape. Thought maybe he tried a little 2-for-1 action. Not shaking bacon, that ain't happening. Denny Burgon Jr. currently leading and walking away as they're 3 wide. Malberg, Eldape, and Cooper. Cooper now going to take over second. Eldape is going to clear the 24M Malberg for third. David Kanan now wants to try and get involved. He is going to go to the outside of Malberg. Let's see what happens. Two laps to go for Denny Burgon Jr. And there, they were 3 wide for just a second coming out of 2 as David Kanan went to the high side. Him and Eldape trying to get by the 24 in Malberg. They're able to do it. Now they're battling it out for 4th and 5th. White flag is out, 1 to go. Burgon and Cooper are gone. David Kanan works his way up into 3rd. Gilbert Eldape still in 4th. Kane Malberg in 5th. Checkered flag is out. It's going to go to Denny Burgon Jr. Cody Cooper 2nd. David Kanan 3rd. Gilbert Eldape in 4th. And Kane, the Bandit Malberg, is going to round out that top 5. Eighth will be Corey Stapleton from Arcadia in the 8 car. In 7th, it is the champ, Mike Nichols from Harlan in the 63. Wahoo! Mike Albertson in the 3 will start 6th from Audubon, with Mike Vondrak from Galva in the 66 starting in 5th. 4th place will be the 92B of Flying Brian Blessington from Breda, with Mike Stapleton from Denison in the 10 starting 3rd. Your front row to the outside from Halber, that is going to be the 02 of Adam Clucky into his inside. Your pole sitter from Carroll, the 82 of Joel Tigges. Once again, 18 cars, 15 laps. We are going green this time out of 4, ladies and gentlemen. You want wild, you're about to get it. Hopefully you're on the edge of your seat because you're not even going to need that. Stock cars are green. And as they get down to turn 1, it is Tigges to the inside. Clucky with a better run is going to come out of the high side. That's going to bring, he's also going to bring Flying Brian Blessington along with him. Wahoo, Mike Albertson now trying to get to the outside of Tigges. Once again, no numbers on that car. Tigges now battling back to the inside of Blessington. That is for 2nd and 3rd. Clucky and Blessington nose to tail right now. Albertson and Corey Stapleton now checks into the top 5 as he is in 4th, or trying to get 4th away from Tigges. It is Clucky, Blessington, Albertson, Tigges, and Stapleton. Now, Nichols trying to get by and does. He gets by Tigges, that'll be 5th. And he brings along Mike Stapleton with him. Now Nichols trying to get to the inside of the 8 of Corey Stapleton. That would be for 4th position right now. Keith Knopp also checking in. Knopp now trying to get to the inside. Tigges trying to stay in step with the 63 of Nichols. They have a rivalry going. It's not a bad rivalry, like they want to fight each other, but they love to beat each other. Every time one beats the other one, they love those bragging rights. So Knopp trying to keep up with Nichols. See if he can finish a little bit ahead of Nichols. Oh, we got a car around. That is the 53. 53R, Larry Robinson Jr. He's able to get refired. We're going to stay green. Nichols on a tear. He gets by Stapleton. He's trying to get by Albertson. Tigges also takes the opportunity to get by Stapleton. Now Corey Stapleton trying to get back by Tigges. Has Knopp right on his back bumper. It is Clucky, Blessington, Albertson, Nichols, and Stapleton top 5. Wow, what a slide job by Nichols! From the low side to the high side, oh my! Albertson able to get back by him. Oh, they were 4 wide for a second. It was Knopp, Stapleton, Nichols, and Albertson. Meanwhile, up front, Blessington still staying in step with the 0-2 of Clucky. trying to see if there's a spot where he can possibly get by him. Nichols once again gets by Albertson. Albertson swings it back to the inside. Once again, that is your battle for third. This time, not going to happen. A little shot in the shorts on Albertson from Corey Stapleton. Keith Knopp now. Checking back. There is a battle for fourth, fifth, and sixth right now between Knopp, Corey Stapleton, and Albertson. Blessington on the rear bumper of the 0-2 at Clucky. We got a battle for the lead, Bruin, ladies and gentlemen. Clucky goes to the low side. Blessington to the high side. Trying to hang out. And here comes Nichols. Nichols now checking into this lead battle. And the caution is out. Looks like the 53R of Robinson Jr. going pit side. He'll be done for the event. I mean, there is just a huge field of talent in this feature right now. Winner of this race is definitely going to earn it for sure. Going through 3 and 4. Oh, Clucky playing a little bit of a game. He's going to bring him down slowly. Jam on the gas. It's not going to work, though. Nichols to the inside as he going to one new leader, Nichols. Nichols was anticipating it. Now Nichols bobbles, goes the high side. Clucky back to the lead. Clucky now the low side. Nichols going to go back to the high side. They're still battling side by side. Knopp and Blessington, third and fourth right there. Clucky still got the lead, but man, they are all over him. Nichols, Blessington, Clucky, and Knopp going for the lead with each other. Nichols is going to lead, Blessington second. Now Clucky trying to get back under to Blessington for that second place spot. Knopp still right there, knocking on the side door. Oh my! This is why Nichols has been a multi-time track champ, multi-time national champ, super nationals champ. He knows how to pick his spots. And now he's starting to gap the 92B of Flying Brian Blessington. Right now, best battle on the track is the one for third. That is Clucky has it. Knopp wants it. Battle going for fifth as well, as you have the 01U of Ulrich, the 8 of Corey Stapleton, the 10 of Mike Stapleton, and the 3 of Albertson. White flag is going to be out for Mike Nichols. 1 lap to go. Oh, and Keith Knopp and the 0-2 of Clucky. Something going on, and the caution is out. Didn't quite see what happened. Looks like maybe they got joined up a little bit, but the bad part about it is they are in the back now. Caution lights are indeed out. We are going to go green this time by. Mike Nichols leading a steady pace through 3. They're going to go into 4. Chief starter Lane Pugh has the green. He drops in. We're racing. Nichols times it perfectly. Gets a nice little bit of a lead going into 1. Blessington now starting to try and close the gap as he's got Corey Stapleton right behind him. Blessington and Stapleton. They don't have much time left as Nichols is going to see the white flag. 1 lap to go. Nichols right on the cush, as is the 92B of Blessington. Oh, little contact, Blessington and Corey Stapleton. No harm, no foul. Now Corey Stapleton's going to drive it in deep. We'll see what he can do, if he's going to get second or not. Mike Nichols is going to win. Drag race at the line. Blessington for second. Corey Stapleton third. Wahoo Mike Albertson fourth. And get this, Mike Vondrak nips Mike Stapleton at the line to round out your top 5. Wow. Nichols may have won, but the story was the drag race between Blessington and Corey Stapleton going on behind him.